am Jay, the host. I do apologise, I am looking at my computer because that's where I've wrote all of my information down. So I have dissociative identity disorder, or DID for short. It is a neurological development disorder, not a mental health disorder. It may come with mental health problems such as generalised anxiety, PTSD or even depression, but it is not a mental health disorder, and I cannot stress enough about it. I have come onto this platform to share and educate my audience to get rid of the stigma that surrounds the community. I have a TikTok link and an Instagram link in the description for those who just want more of a quick update on my life and the situations I get myself into. I am going to put a trigger warning here just because I do touch on topics such as trauma, because that's just part of having dissociative identity disorder. So to start this off, let us go into what DID is. So as I've said, it is a neurological development disorder that stems from excessive amounts of trauma. It starts between the ages of 0 to 5 years old. While being affected by trauma that could be abuse, such as emotional, physical or mental, as well as neglect, near-death experiences, or being subjected to view highly discomforting things. Between the ages of 0 to 5, our brain processes all information in the cerebellum or hindbrain, just back here. Once you hit the age of 6 and above, your brain moves to process the information to the cerebrum or the forebrain. Now with DID, your brain never fully moves to the forebrain and continues to process information in the hindbrain. This is where alters then come from, as the brain cannot process all the trauma fast enough, which is where the creation of alters come from to help the brain process the information. The dissociative aspect is a coping mechanism. The person literally shuts off or dissociates themselves from a situation or experience that's too violent, traumatic or painful to assimilate with their conscious self. There are several main ways in which the psychological process of dissociative identity disorder change the way a person experiences living, including the following: depersonalization, which is the sense of being detached from oneself. It is often referred as an out-of-body experience. Derealization, which is the feeling that the world is not real, all looking foggy or far away. Amnesia, this is the failure to recall significant personal information that is so extensive it cannot be blamed on the ordinary forgetfulness. So this can be birthdays, what day of the week it is, your name, other people's names, you can't recognise faces, you don't realise where you are. There can also be microamnesias, where the discussion engaged is not remembered, or the content of meaningful conversations is forgotten from 1 second to the next. There is also identity confusion or identity alteration. Both of these involve a sense of confusion about who a person is. An example of identity confusion is when a person has trouble defining the things that interest them in life, or their political, religious, social viewpoints, their sexual orientations, or their professional ambitions. In addition to these apparent alterations, the person may experience distortions in time, place, and situation. It is now acknowledged that these dissociated states are not fully matured personalities, but rather they represent a disjointed sense of identity, with the amnesia typically associated with dissociative identity disorder Different identity states remember different aspects of autobiographical information, such as between the ages of 6, or when you've, for example, gone to a park and had someone's birthday. There is usually a host, me, within the individual who identifies with the person's real name. Ironically, the host personality is usually unaware of the presence of other personalities, which I can say that is a thing. Alters are different identities that have their own age, sex, race and sexual orientation. Each has his or her own postures, gestures and distinct ways of talking. I have 7 alters, not including me, who all have their own part to play in the system. However, all of the unanswered questions will be in other videos. I hope this has helped to basically explain the basics of DID to you all, and that's all from the crack system. So, see you all later.